Good afternoon and welcome to Lite Byte, the Friday afternoon stream where we do weird stuff on the internet. Hi, I'm Cennamo-Smith. For the unindoctrinated, I am an author of crime, fantasy, sci-fi, horror and general fiction. I write a lot of weird stuff on the internet. I write a lot of fun books. Many of which are available. There are also some wonderful short stories available at the links below that are currently scrolling across the bottom of your screen and in the various descriptions of wherever you happen to be watching. That is probably the best introduction I've ever done, and it's only going to go downhill from there, so strap in folks, it's going to be a Friday. That's pretty much where we stand right about now. How's your week been? This week's been weird. It's had ups and downs. It's been like a roller coaster, and I hate roller coasters. Fun fact for you. Yeah, that's where we are. Yeah, I ain't got anything else. What are we doing this week? Well, we are still doing what we were doing last week, because I will finish this damn project, even though it's absolutely related to nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is probably never going to be used, but it's a fun exercise, and it's always good to practice and see what we can do. And I'm regretting choosing this title. Because if you haven't watched the previous streams, feel free to go back and watch them. Not required reading, but we have been working on a little side project. I decided just to get some more practice in for book cover design, because I like designing book covers. I find it entertaining, I find it fun, and I find it useful. Especially when I'm struggling to think of what to do for my own covers, as it's happened recently. So I decided to find a random book title generator on the internet, found one on Readly, or Readsly, I don't know how to pronounce it, and it gave us the title 2105 Salvation. So I decided to try and design like a dystopian looking book cover for that, and I regret that because it's a horrible title and a horrible idea, but we're in it now and we're not giving up, because that's what we do. So without further ado, let's put on some music. We have some lovely tavern music in the background because it's chill and it doesn't really get in the way of things, and then we push this button and you can see where we are currently. And I am aware this looks awful, but that's fine because that's what Photoshop is for, and at the minute it just looks like a horrible barren wasteland, which indeed it is. This floor I decided needs to be a bit darker because I need one of the floor levels to be a bit darker. Of course, there we go. Let's find you. So this is going to be an easy fix. We select the top layer of everything, and apply the darker layer to that. So that's going to be not spherical. We're going to stick with cubic, but we're going to go down to 10%. Is that too much? That is far too much. 50. What are you at? Oh, you're at 500. Ooh, okay. Hoping that will go some way to making everything look a bit more darkened. Oh, where's my sun? Where is the sun? Where is the sun? Da 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 da. Yeah, alright. Time and location, middle of the day in August. Let's go for July at, should we have 7 PM? Where on earth are you? Right, okay. Let's set physical scan null. World 0. Let's just keep rotating because that looks good. I wanted to get rid of the reflection on this as well, because that I put a bit too much spin on that. So let's give that a 5% reflection bump. Okay, just got to do it on one. Fine. Why can't I? Copy shader, thank you. Select both of you now. Reflect. Oops. Paste shader. We don't want it to cover everything. Oh, we got got the same thing. That's sweet. Okay. You two, you are also far too shy, so we're going to drop you down to 4% and add that shader back in there. Has the stream gone down? Let's just check. Sorry, my computer just told me everything's gone offline. Reconnecting successful. Okay. Cool. All good. All shiny, shiny. What the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, I was making a sun. Right, let's turn off that because I don't currently want shading. Because I need to finish off. Where's my flower? There you are. It's nothing fancy. Ooh, no, don't do that. Oh, that reminds me. I need to cliff edge. Oh yeah. Let's darken you up as well. Where's that one? I need to fix those, and I will in a moment. But let's give you. I want you to have your cracks in there as well. So we're going back to cubic, going to 500 again, 500. What are you set to? You're set to 500 as well. That's fine, as long as it makes it a bit darker. But why, pray tell? Oh, that's why. Let's get rid of those, because that's not meant to be like that. Something. Ooh. Oh, is this? Oh, it is. Whoops. That's slightly better. Just for the sake of putting that across. There we go. Have we gotten rid of all the weird artifacty bits? Good enough. Right. Flower. Stem. This is just going to be green because, but we wanted to have at least a little bit of variation to it. So we're going to go back to just easy gradient mappings. I'm going to start off dark green. A bit darker there. Finish off a bit lighter. Good afternoon, flowers. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. If not, don't want to hear about it. No, I'm kidding. Of course I am kidding. I hope you are doing very well. The green shirt is back. Is this a green shirt? Do I wear this shirt too often? I would not be surprised, because quite frankly, I don't own that many items of clothing. Well, we don't want those. We want this just to be, not even, just make it spatial. Let's remove all of that because we don't need any of those. It's a stem. Okay, we're going to edit that. Let's go. Put all of you inside the stem. Inside, I said. Thank you. So we can just select children, delete, come back here, pop you on. Let's make it cylindrical. Okay, that's the wrong one. Is it? This is the height then. Yeah. Come on. Again, this probably doesn't matter at all, but for the sake of having things look nice, so tedious, right? Not at the recent moments. I was testing around the baseball bat, always near my writing session, and the bat hit me right. Oh, that is unpleasant. Oh. See, writing is a safer activity. You don't get hit with a bat when you're writing, unless you're doing it wrong. Ow. That does not sound pleasant. I'm going to go ahead and assume baseball bat as well. Although I'm not sure if any other kind of bat would make that better. I guess it can be like a cricket bat is suddenly, that's alright, that's nothing to worry about. Oh, I need to stop zooming out because that's not working for me. Stay still. Come here. Flower. Oh, crikey. How and why did you hit yourself with a baseball bat? Or a bat of... or... wasn't it... yeah, it was baseball bat. I did read baseball bat correctly. Don't know why. I was doubting myself there. A lot of bloody hells and God have mercy later. I am better. I mean, hundreds. Yes, fine. That is... whatever was the required amount of curses during that moment was what was required. As long as there were no children around to hear you, because you never know, you might have taught them some colourful new words. I need Fresno on this one. Where's Fresno? Fresno, where are you? Darker. To start off there and get darker towards the outside. There we go. And we're going to bump noise and a Vumba. We want at least a high level of noise on this. What were you swinging at? I am just curious now. I want to know what exactly you were taking pot shots at that you managed to hit yourself in the knee. Because knees should not be within range of baseball bat swinging. Unless you're aiming for somebody else's knees. Are you in the mafia? Plaz, if you are, I support what you do. Thank you, Dave. Please don't hurt me. I'm easily swayed. Enough curses to fill the period between the strike and the standing up 5 minutes later. You can do a good amount of cursing in 5 minutes. Like, I'm pretty sure if you gave Brian Blessed or Samuel L. Jackson 5 minutes to curse and do nothing other than curse, they'd do pretty well. So you could give it a jolly good go, I'd say. Right. I decided that this was a bit empty, and I think we want some more, just more. But I'm not sure what, and I don't really know what we should do with it. I was thinking buildings, and now that I've started doing that, I've thought against it. Do we just need some like shrubberies and roughage and whatnot? I'm just going to shuffle this over here because I don't know where my plants are, and I don't want people going through my files and seeing stuff they shouldn't. There's leaves, there's trees. I have trees. I have a folder full of trees. Why on earth do I have a folder full of trees? Oh, yeah, that's why I have a folder full of trees. Gardener and exotic. You know what, that'll do. Let's open you. Right. Copy shader. We need an alpha texture now. No. I'm going to do stuff with it because I don't have an alpha for this. Oh, I do. Oh, it's TIFF. Perfect, that's why. Good old TIFFies. Why is this? Oh, it's legacy bin. That's why it should be Lambert. There we go. And we want yours, and then I'm going to paste in again. Does this have? Yeah, that'll be fine. Plant life 1. There was 1 per second. After 2 minutes, it slowed down to a rate of 20 per minute until my pain tolerance was enough for me to stand up. That's fine. You know, there is actually a study, and it's quite entertaining to watch because it's just Stephen Fry and Brian Blessed swearing a lot. That swearing reduces pain, and it's a proven thing. If you swear whilst being in pain, you can tolerate it for longer, which is an unusual thing. It was a light swing as well. The damage these things can do with a full strike is ridiculous. Yeah, probably. And also, if you kind of get it right in that joint between like where your kneecap and your is it your femur, your shin bone? What's your shin bone called? I think it's femur. Yeah, if you manage to get like that point right there, it's like hitting your funny bone on something. It is just pure agony because that reverberates all the way up your thigh. Not a pleasant sensation. Right, where were we? That's it. We're going to do some weird things. I'm going to purposely, possibly break my computer, and we're going to find out if this is going to work or if it's going to be a terrible idea. Don't need that much. Definitely don't need that there, but let's try just there. I don't need anything behind anything, right? Okay, that should be fine. Let's set that there. We're going to call that. What's that? Plant spots. Right. This is probably my break thing. So before I do anything, I'm going to save because this might crash my computer. I surgically hit it accurately, dead spot on. No, at least your accuracy is on point. That's progress. That's something. We can celebrate the small victories in the middle of pain. This happened a few minutes ago. 'Tis but a scratch, I say. Oh God, you've removed both your arms and both your legs with a single baseball swing. Like the cast of Twilight. Odd reference, but that's where we are. Right. I'm going to do this. Oh no, do this in another window because I don't know how it's going to work. Alright, let's pop you there. Right, so we need. We definitely don't need to be that big. We're going to go for 400, 400, and 0, 0. We don't need anything else than that. We need you to be upright. We need you to not be that way around. I can't change that yet. We need to be that way around. And why am I not being able to type today? I always keep missing the last letter or number I've hit today. Okay, let's just try that. Okay. I don't know if that'll work with a thing. Will this work? No. I'll test it in here. It's always good to test your things somewhere else. Alright, we're going to have target. Needs to be pointed at null. That's fine. Right, will, oh no. L. Okay, we want that bit to be the front. 180, not 108. Why do I keep typing 108? Oh, flash rate. Oh, why has this message been handled? Sometimes I wanted to practice some swings before joining your stream. It is clear that didn't go as smoothly. I spun around 100 times before surgically hit to... Oh, because you said the word kit. Why is... No, not on... Oh, no. I unhid. No. Oh. Hide. No, don't hide. Don't put any... I want to unhide. How... Push the wrong button, damn it. Oh. Never mind. I can read the message. I went to click unhide, but it hit it anyway, and now it's telling me, advising me to report you. This is YouTube. Chill. You essentially hit to kill me on the spot. That's fine. You didn't, as long as you didn't do it. That's all right. YouTube is far too touchy about these things. So I did not mean to hide that message. Yeah, that's not... Oh, yeah. No. Okay, and that's gonna work. Nah, okay. Never mind. Okay, so we want this clone to be objects. Now, can we put... Where are you? No. Where are you? I want you to pin to plant spots only. If I tick you... Is this going to work? Are you pinned to plant spots? If I hide this, are you all going to be upside down? Or... Okay, maybe it needs to be selection goes there. I thought I could get away with doing it like that, but apparently not. Oh no, it makes no difference. It's wonderful. It needs to be volume. Oh, there we go. No. Polygon center. Nope. Surface. No. One. Edge. That's fine. I want you to be no, minus 90. There we go. Not sure if this I mean the spot in the knee where you're referring to where dying would be a quicker option. Yeah, I fully get you. Why is this not working? Polygon center. But I need multiple. I don't want it just to be in the center. Vertex, nope. Edge. The offset, we don't want an offset at all. Surface. Why aren't you working? How much do I have to up it? Where on earth? Are you all over there? No, that's just a point. Up vector. Okay, we're just going to do edge. And hopefully that's going to, if I just double it. We're going to do random. There we go. That'll work. I don't want any of that. 100 scale, uniform scale, 5, rotation, 360. See, call it. Vectors random 2, sweet. Hang about. What are you? sweet, I can copy this go. You're going to be random 3. Sweet, and I just need to change those parameters. Aha! I didn't realise you could do that, that's fine. There we go. Anyway, talking about anything else that my future knee problems, that's fine, you can get artificial knees now. The art I sent on Discord was old, it was made in the first draft almost 2 years from now. So you made it in the future. That's impressive. You made an old drawing in the future. I'm being pedantic on that, sorry. Okay. Oh, it looked good. I was a fan. Right, let's minimise all of that. Well, can you see it all from there? You can kind of see something. Let's turn the ground back on and let's just give it a very quick where's the render region, see how that looks, and talk about where to buy artificial knees. You know, I liked the star maps, they looked good. I can imagine them being, like, once finished they would look absolutely on point. Like somewhere between like nice neons and dark life, you know what I mean? I think I'm making sense. It's very hard to tell sometimes. I want kind of a distance fog on this. I want haze. I fell in love with the space train idea. Trains were always faster than vehicles, so why won't it work in space footage? It would. Space trains makes as much sense as everything else in space. So why the hell not? Okay, let's add some fun stuff to this, because this might just be a rendering episode. Depth of field is always good. Let's have some environmental fog. This to be strength, distance. That should be okay. Okay, background, yeah. Something that looks a bit more desolate. Let's switch it now, because anything else we do to this I think is going to be done in Photoshop. I'm going to leave it at 72 for now, but normally I would, oh no, I hate it when that happens. Where's my camera? Camera, come here. Thank you. I need my focus object. Should be right here, thank you very much. Oh, sorry. If you didn't see the comparison to a moon, these trains are colossal. They supply planets with populations probably hundreds of times bigger. That is an interesting concept. Because the moon is pretty big. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty big. Just contrary to popular belief, when people see that looking at the sky all tiny and round and cute, it's just very, very far away. Sarcastically explaining the moon to people. But yeah, I'm imagining a train bigger than a moon now, and good lord, absolutely good lord, that would certainly be a feat of engineering, or several hundred feet of engineering, thousands of feet of engineering. Yards maybe would be a better way of modelling that. Oh, that's a better haze, that is. But I do kind of want the background to I want the sky. If I turn off effect background. I'm going to do this now. I don't mean the moon, I mean a moon. Aha, somewhere close to the size of the biggest asteroids are coming. Okay, yeah, not the. There's the moon and there's a moon. Moons are speculative. Oh no, that's not enough. That's irritating. Although, does that work better? This is solely your fault. Flower doesn't look good enough. You're right, it doesn't. It needs to pop. It needs to actually like pop significantly more. So let us illuminate the possibilities. We want subdivision surface. That might be enough. No. Let's definitely stop that. Just want this because if it's rendering small enough. What could we do to the flower then, Flaz? I'm focused. At the minute my eyes are kind of drawn to the background and kind of going that does the it's left in. Oh no, that's somehow worse. Let's turn off. Let's remove all of that chaos. It stands out without enough detail. How did you not learn? This is solely your fault. If it wasn't there, it would look so ugly. So I need more detail in the flower. Alright. The solely my fault flower, here it comes. Right, so it needs more detail. Don't have that much detail. Right, okay, so we're going to be painting this then one, I think. I know what we're going to do. Get rid of you first of all. Clear, because I have now found my collection of leaves. Don't need circle, need flat. I need this to be right about there. There we go. Oh, I can't curl the texture, but that's going to be better than nothing, I think. Serious stuff. The world kind of needs to draw your attention to the flower. It's the spacey, for the lack of better words. Add some boulders to the rocks on some sides, maybe some more vegetation. Okay. If the flower can grow in that spot, other competing plants will as well. True. Unfortunately, I've already started adding leaves to this, so we're going to go into the more detail on the little point, and then I will definitely stick some more boulders, because you're right, the world is a bit empty. Solely My Fault Flower. Good name for it. Can we just call this book The Solely My Fault Flower? Seems like a good name for it. Add that skull you have on your book covers. The name that starts with a M. Yeah, Lost and Found. Mort Zeal. That is not a bad shout. I have several skulls. Somebody, one of the funniest compliments. I'm going to call it a compliment. Somebody said to me, I was reading the description of one of your books, the one with the skull on it. For reference, these are the first 3 books in the series. Dragon Skull, Tarot Card Skull, Deer Skull. I accidentally have an aesthetic, apparently. So the Mort Zeal book with a skull on it is a very vague description. Because all but one of them have a skull on them. But I know which one you meant, and I think I have that somewhere. You're not going to see that bit, but I also want you to look something a bit. Okay, that might be better. Do I have a better petal texture? Awesome at it. Considering my brain's inherent nature to forget names that do not affect me, remembering it started with an M is an upgrade. Nice. I appreciate that. Somebody remembered the title of one of my books. It's good enough. It's a good enough start. Do I have a... Actually, that's a nicer shader. Yeah, oh dear. Oh, look what you've done. Rose petal 2. Okay. Yeah. Where's the flower bit? There we go. Let's. Just apply. That's nicer. Or did I leave them here? There we go. Speaking of books, writing has been slow. A gradual march to the January deadline. I'm in this state where I want to be the final edit, so I perfect it, but perfection, close to it, takes time. It does. Perfection, in my opinion, is not something you should be aiming for with effectively what is the first or second draft. Perfection is what happens when you give your book to to an editor, and they tidy up the mess free from the constraints of your own mind. Right, bye-bye flower, hello new flower. I think you pop a little better, and now definitely going to wander over here and try and find that skull. What's that? Cover files, that's book 3. Skull cover. Come on, load. Where are you? Why are you Chrome? Oh, it's lost the path. Oh, that's not good. Right, let me see if I can find. No. Oh, bugger doll. I hate losing paths. Aha. Is it you? Yes. I think I found it. I'm going to reorganise my goddamn files now that I'm here. New window. C40 files. Book 3. There we go. Okay. Let's change the absolute path. No, that's not worked. And I'm currently, apologies, I'm currently blocking. There we go. You as well. So I'm currently blocking everything. Okay. Let's pull you back over here so I'm not blocking chat anymore because I can't see what's being said. I'll continue with this pain. Okay, sorry. Where were we? Speaking of hello, well, good for you. I don't have such luxury, nor do I want it. With this first book, I want to be to at least be my full hard work against the publisher's eye. That is fair enough. I will say publishers are not publishers. Editors are expensive. Why have I done that? Oh, that's why I've done that. Hey, skull. It's on the wrong goddamn layer. Don't need that. Let's call it skull. Yeah. Editors are incredibly expensive, but in my opinion, very, very worth it. This skull is bigger than it should be. Let's put you in with the flower. Just so we can zero your point. Good lord. Kind of half buried in the ground, or kind of overtakes. I was going to say how much you pay this editor, asking for a friend, and all that nonsense. Then I remember I am too bloody poor. Fair. Yeah, you can find some editors who work on various prices. Depends on what your budget is basically, and that's it. But yeah, my editor I paid quite a bit. And it took quite a lot of overtime to cover those payments, but I think it was worth it because she's done an amazing job, and although she has definitely made more money on my books than I have, I will continue to pay her. As a set piece, not the main attraction, more of the that's cool, not why is the flower even there? Look, yeah. Oh, I know. This now looks somewhat akin to my final piece at college. No, it's at high school rather. It should be growing out of the eye. Also can give maybe a put some rubble around there. Oh, I need to turn off the background. I need to turn you off so that I'm only pivoting around this point here. There we go. Just put some I think that's going to look alright, and I might put some messed up stones around it. Right. Cube. 1,000. Nope, not 10,000. Cannot type today to save my life. Yeah. So yeah, I would advise definitely giving your novel to at least one other person. If it's not an editor, give it to somebody who can look at it with a critical eye, who may be reading it for pleasure, but is mostly reading it to go, this is a spelling mistake, this is a spelling mistake, this is a spelling mistake, you've repeated yourself here too much, this is inconsistent with something you wrote there, so on and so forth, because you're going to be looking at it ridiculously critically, which, yeah, it can't be helped because it's your baby, you want it to be as good as you possibly can. However, somebody else will be able to look at it whilst critically and pick up things that you are missing. For now. This is the quickest way to make messed up rocks. There we go, we've got 5 rocks now. Come on. Okay. We have rocks. Interesting, remember, this is solely your fault. Yep, you're disagreeing with the only person that can help this become good. You don't know what you are doing. Add more detail. Yes, I'm adding more detail. I'm getting there. Don't worry. More detail is coming. Don't worry. As they say on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, do not panic. I have a folder somewhere of stones. This is stone 1 bump. Right. It's going to be easy now, so we can just go back and forth and go 2. 2. 2. Yes, yes, trust me, Flaz. There is somewhat method to the madness. How many of these rocks do I have? Well, at some point it'll just go black. Yeah, that's it, I have 3. But that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Because then you drop them. No. You drop a cloner, pop them in there. You set the cloner to 0, and I'm definitely going to disappear after this. Let's go at 8, 0. Random. Don't want the Y parameter. You do want that to be closer to, let's say, 500, 500, and change the scale. 6 rotation, 360, and that looks better. You aren't even following my design choices. It's actually hurting the creativity and soul of this piece. Ha ha ha. Oh, when we do the sci-fi one, then you can. Then I'll listen to you. All right. Move you back up to flower. It's going to be too big again because scale. Still definitely too big. They also need to be more orangey, I think. So, there we go. Right, let's change that cloner to radial. Let's definitely reduce that to 50. 20. A little XY. Go back to 50 and let's scale it down significantly. And I'm just going to use it to hide. So you weren't listening then. I am disappointed. This is the reason. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not anymore. This is the problem. It said detail and rocks. I'm getting there. I know it needs more detail and more vegetation around here, and I will be adding that shortly. As I think I have some grass somewhere. I still need you. What do I not need? No, let's not save you. I don't know what's happening over here. No, let's not save you. You are fighting the only one who can fix this. Can save your entire channel from being a laughing stock. I want this channel to be a laughing stock. I'm here to piss around and have fun, damn it. And that is what I will continue to do. I shall not be burdened by conscience or quality. I am here entirely to take the piss. Do I? Alright, now do I have grass is the important question. That looks good enough to me. There we go. It's going to annoy you as well, Flaz, and I don't care. I'm just going to keep doing this now to annoy you. What's that? 6 of 12. 512. I can do maths. Piss around or be pissed on by critics. I can't do this with a straight face, to be honest. Again, I can't tell if you're being serious anymore. I don't care. This is all practice and messing around. I do enough work on my actual book covers to just be able to do this to have fun. Oh, see, I'll do it here in a minute. Again. They're going to make 20 copies of that. They're going to clone you. 505 30 30 50 50 scale 1 5 rotation 30 5 getting to adding the vegetation, do not worry. Have fun? I am offended. You, sir, are a failure to the entire species of man. This is perfection. My design philosophy has shaped the world. Oh, glad you're having fun, Plasm. Radio. Yes, yes. And there's that fun noise. It tells me that I have outstayed my welcome. Must be. Come on. Gonna leave this here just to annoy Flaz as we do our sign out. So thank you for coming here and messing with me for the last hour. I appreciate it, whether you do or not. If you have enjoyed this chaos, which I highly doubt it, but I have, so that's fine. If you've enjoyed this chaos, a like, follow, subscribe, all of those things would always be lovely and always be appreciated. All the worst that's going to happen is you're going to find out that I'm going to be here. It still does... Hang on a second. It still does face the same issue of the ideas being just flat. There's now something the viewer into the flower, but there's still nothing pushing the attention to it. I know, it needs to pop more. I need to darken the background and illuminate the flower more, I think. I might play around later after the stream, but I have other stuff that needs to be done. I think the problem is that I'm pointing to the screen. This bit is too dark and this bit is too light. That's what it needs, so I might have to separate it out across the edge. So I'll render out the background as one separate thing and this bit as another separate thing, and then Photoshop it in to make it pop. I'll test with that later. But for now, I got to go. So I will make note. Don't worry, Flaz. I will make note of your sage wisdom, and we'll see what we can do to this. And Photoshop always makes things better. Just some rocks on the side of the boulders works. Yeah, I will add some more. Yeah, I'll add some more detail to it because I agree it does need more, and it needs those levels to kind of pop and be Photoshop. It's never going to be perfect just from a 3D image. Everything requires Photoshop afterwards. What it doesn't require is AI. KI, as hard as you possibly can. It deserves it. That's a really... Off-focus rock next to the lens works. Okay. Oh, so a bit more foreground is what you're saying. Okay, I'm with you. I am with you. I will have a ganders with that. Anyway, definitely need to go now. Thank you for coming along and messing with me. I will be back. What's the date? Ooh. I may not be back next Friday. I might be cheeky and move Lite Byte to Thursday because next Friday school finishes. And I will have a tiny human running around causing chaos of her own. So this will not be the last Lite Byte of the year, but it will certainly be at a different time next week, I believe, if I've got my calendar correctly. But I will update on Instagram, Patreon, and Discord to let you know. I have plans to do something weird on New Year's Eve just for fun, but we'll see about that. Anyway, as always, if you've enjoyed this, a like, subscribe, follow, all those things would be absolutely wonderful, and the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to find out I'm back online. If you are wondering what all this chaos is for, there is a link down below to the Patreon where there are free subscription and paid tiers, whatever you like. If you choose one of the paid tiers, you get free chapters every month of 2 series. If you go on there, you just get 1 true story, but you can always have a ganders at everything else. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. I have to be off. Can't remember why, but I know I've got a lot of stuff to do. I've got a to-do list somewhere. Anyway, thank you. And yeah, I'm off. Bye.